A really quick demo for how to use Whiteboard.chat. I'm going to show you what it looks like as both a teacher and a student. So obviously to get started, you're going to go to Whiteboard.chat. You're most likely going to hit start drawing and then start teaching, meaning that I'm going to have my teacher, my instructor board, and it'll make copies for my students, and I'll be able to see their boards and see how they're working. So over here, this is your big, huge toolbar, but some of the most important tools or buttons to know would be this first one, which will actually show you what each icon means, which is really helpful. If you have an account, you can see I'm signed in, the accounts are free. You can actually click the little heart and it will bring that button up to the top, which is, again, is really nice because there are so many. So tools is really important. Download is actually really important too because your boards are not saved forever unless I think you have a paid account. If you have a free account, looks like mine are going to expire in about a month. You can also add media. If you are looking to kind of make a digital worksheet, or you have something that's kind of like on paper that you want to turn into a Whiteboard.chat activity, you should definitely check out Upload File. You can upload from your computer or from Google Drive. So that's a really nice, quick, and easy way to digitize something if that's what you're looking for. So I do want to, obviously there's all these animation tools, but I do want to focus on these tools because there are so many. And a couple I want to highlight would definitely be student signal. So there's different options: stoplight, thumb signal, screen shade, which is really nice. Let me go back there. Musical instruments is definitely super interesting. If you're a music teacher, like piano and xylophone, which is really cool. There's also, I am so sorry, I keep clicking out. There's also calculators. Factors would be like if you're making tables or forms. I know I'm rolling through this really quick. If I went through every single tool, this whole tutorial would be like an hour long. So if you want to really get into the nitty gritty of what each one is, you can definitely check out the other video I have on Whiteboard.chat that will show you more. And the last one I want to highlight is the infinite cloner. So if you want students to kind of be able to make infinite copies of something, or as you're demoing something, you want to be able to make infinite copies of like a manipulative object, that is where you would do it. So obviously I have my board here. I can write and I can draw on it, kind of just as you would expect right there. And I can change the color over here. But what I really want to highlight here are the manipulatives. So where you see that little art palette, you're going to click it. Actually, I already had it open. And you will see all these different manipulatives. They really have so many. It's a good thing they have a search feature because that definitely comes in handy. But you can see if you click math, you have all these math symbols. Manipulatives themselves, so we have like 100 block, 10,000 block, 1 block, which is really nice. 3D shapes, and I mean there's definitely a lot to explore if you're looking at doing money. They have all different coins and dollar bills, which is really really nice, especially for the little ones. Whether experiments, chemistry, like you can just go on and on and on. Icons, widgets, mind maps, really cool too. They even have number lines, so it kind of takes a lot of that work out for you that you can just drag and drop. So let's just say I want to do like a money activity and I want US currency. All I have to do is like click what I want and plop it right in. So actually I want the front, and I'm just clicking, and I can move these around too once I have them down, but for right now I'll just leave them there. I'll close out my manipulatives, and then when I want to, or if I want to move or select these, all I have to do is click select in my toolbar and then click on the manipulative itself. It does take a little getting used to. I think I just kind of really wanted to click the penny right away, but you'll get used to it. Clicking select and then selecting the object. You have all these different things that you can do. You can animate it. You can, of course, delete it, copy it, move it, rotate. Couple of things to note is you can enable student clone. So maybe if this was an activity where students had to count up to a certain amount of money, you might want them to be able to clone the penny, or you might want them to be able to move the penny if you're like, hey, move this many cents over here. So if I hit enable student move, I will do that, and I'll just kind of repeat that. If you kind of get a little bit of a glitch like that, like I'm having where I can't click that quarter, definitely have the refresh button ready. I found when anything kind of went a little wonky with this, hitting the refresh button really helped. When you are ready to share this with students, you're going to click invite. You can have them scan the QR code. You can grab a link for them, have them enter the join code, or even use the Google Classroom integration. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to use the link. I'm going to pop over here. This will be my student view. And it will prompt students to enter their name. It'll probably remember their name the next time. So I'm just going to have this say demo and do set name. And I'll see exactly what was on the teacher board. You can see right away I can draw. That's not necessarily what I want to do too. As a student, I have to select, and then I can click that and move it because I had enabled the student move. So I'm going to undo that. Didn't mean to draw that. Select, click, and I'm going to move it. And you can see too, as a student, I have a lot of those options as well. I can also let my teacher know I'm finished, I need a bathroom break, I have a question, things like that. So the student does have basically a lot of the same capabilities that you as the instructor have, but they also, like, you control what they can and can't do too. So let me hop back to the teacher board. And I want to point out a couple of quick things. This is going to change. This is just like a little fun thing, like it was like snowflakes in the winter. You can see here I have my demo student asking for help. We're taking 10 seconds to stop in small hours. Okay, there we go. I have my demo student asking for help. I can see that right away. I can set a timer, which is really nice too. In the settings, I can just kind of look up default things, anything that I might want to change or tweak. Also in my actions, one thing that I think is super helpful, especially when you're getting to know a new tool, is you can open a demo student. So if you wanted to kind of see what it looks like from the student end before you just kind of went for it with your students, you can definitely check that out. You can see there, again, there's so much to this. I don't mean to like gloss over anything or go too fast, but because there is so much, I just want to kind of give you a taste of a bunch of little things. When you want to see all of your student work, you can go down here to grid view, and I can see my demo student had been working. This was an awesome job. I could showcase it. I could also join this board and correct anything that I needed to. If I needed to change or tweak something that the student had been doing or wanted to say good job, I could even go to my manipulatives, go to there's like a reward one and a feedback one. So I could give them a reward or I could give them a little bit of feedback. So hashtag amazing. And then when I want to go back to my instructor board, I just simply hit go back to instructor and it will kind of reload for me. So again, just a quick overview. I want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything because I just wanted to give a little taste of what this looks like. You have your pages down here. You can go to grid view to see students like we just saw. You will also see them pop up over here. Up here is mostly your manipulatives, any kind of student signals, class timers, and different things like settings. If you wanted to put students into groups, you're going to click Participants Panel, and you'll see Create Group Board. And of course, I can't really do that with just one student, but if you wanted to put a couple kids together and have them work, you can do that. I have heard that can get a little bit glitchy if you have a lot going on, but might be something that you want to check out. So for a quick tutorial, I hope you picked up some things that might inspire you. And speaking of things that might inspire you, I have one more thing to share. If you do have an account, I'm going to go back to home. I'm going to click Start Drawing. I'm going to go to Manage Boards. If you do have an account and you do that, you will see community boards here. And community boards are exactly what they sound like, all different boards that you can check out and get inspired by and use. So if I want to say use the subtract within 100, I can grab a link or I can copy it. So if I click copy, it will make a copy of the board for me and it will load all of that work. So if you're a little intimidated, like how do I get started using Whiteboard.chat, definitely go to Manage Boards from the home screen and check out Community Boards. And maybe you'll be inspired, or maybe there'll be something that you wanted to create but has already been created for you.